Morning everyone. It's after Christmas. I think it's Thursday. It is Thursday. It's about gone 11 o'clock and it's a bit of a last minute get out to the woods, into the new woodlands. I just chucked the bag in and just come out. I wasn't intending to, but the weather's such nice and we've got such grotty weather coming along. Damn horrible weather. I thought just get out for a couple of hours. So the sun's out, a lot of fallen trees. As you expect, we had a bit of winds the last few days. So yeah, but just grabbed the bag, chucked a few bits in it. It's the Hill People gear bag, and let's go and set up camp for a couple of hours, yeah? Hopefully it's going to be nice. It seems nice. There's no wind at the moment, and yeah, I'm just rambling. Let's just crack on, shall we? Let's do this. Not worn this bad in ages, so it's not quite adjusted to me. But we seem to be there. Got my water. We're not going far. Literally just over there. Shut this front door. Find something nice. This don't seem too bad. Nothing falling down, I can see. Don't know why it hurts so much doing that. But yeah, I think we can set up camp here. Stick a tarp up, and obviously the ground's wet, but sometimes it's nice to have a hammock when it's like this. But yeah, it's cool. Let's do this. This is the Unlinden pack. Here's the Unlinden Hill People gear. This is my own modification. Well, it's a pouch I just made for myself. It's not something I'm going to make. In time I'd love to, but it's just a question of time. Exactly, that's the problem, time. But we'll use this AquaQuest tarp today. Very tough. 2.4 by 2.4 I think it is. But it's really tough tarp. Have I got any, let's see if I've got any, as I just said, I just chucked this bag in now. Oh yeah, good. I've not even looked at it for a while. I've been so busy. Just not had the time, but it's got guide points in it. We've got some tent pegs. Let's put this thing up. As you can see, I've got the back down, which ain't a problem. Any funny? Just missing a couple of bits of paracord, and I've normally got loads of paracord on me. But obviously, what I've done, I've emptied out my pockets, and obviously just chucking a bag in. I've mislaid the paracord, which, because I was mucking around with that toggle system, which it works well, but personally, I'd rather keep the cordage on the tarp. So it's just ready to go. All that means it's another thing to lose, isn't it? When it's together, it works fine. So I'm just going to get a brew on at the moment. Got the old boundless forage kettle and stove. Well, I don't know if that's boundless forage. quite warm now. I think we're going. There was a monk jack just over there. Couldn't sense me. It was just nice seeing it, just walking around. Didn't know I was here. Can't see it now anyway. You won't be able to see it with this camera. Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's there, pretty much there. I think the kettle's nearly boiled now anyway. So what we're doing some Cowboy Coffee. I am going to guess, I don't know how many what it is at the moment. I've done it. Ooh, let's have a think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a go with 4. We're all right for mess. This mess burner, superb, really efficient. I do find them titanium mess burners work really, really well. Especially if you've got a windbreak around them. Really efficient. Actually, with the methylated, with the best burner, it's just that not too hot, so it's not going over. It's just on that simmer. So once you take that lid off, just let that do that for a bit. With Cowboy Coffee, you just got to let it like simmer like that for a bit. And basically what it's doing is burning off any of the bitterness out of the coffee. Then what we'll do from now, you can either put some cold water in that, just to drop any sediment or any coffee which is in there to the bottom. Give it a tap maybe, leave it for a bit. You can do all three. Oh, I brought my pipe along, so I thought it'd be nice to have a coffee and a pipe. So it was brass, no, it's brass, copper, that's what it is, bowl. And tobacco fits in there quite nice, and especially with something like this, which is a flake. Sometimes it's easier to break it up in the bowl. Now I don't smoke a pipe that much, well, depending really. I can go through stages, like through the summer, it's quite nice. In the garden, in the mornings, having a pipe. Mornings is my favourite time. Then I can go months of not having have it just because I haven't bought any tobacco. And tobacco is quite expensive, so it's not something that I do on a regular basis, but it is nice to have if I'm at a show. I don't drink alcohol, so maybe a shandy or something. I stopped drinking. Well, when it comes to drinking alcohol, I'm ins and outs of it, to be honest. I like a beer, but I can go without it, and I've stopped drinking alcohol throughout my life, on and off. And I don't think I'll go back to it now. So it was mid-January last year. Yeah, again, I thought I'd go through this, have a stop. I turned like 50, and it's like I was over the lockdown and a change of work, put about a stone on, or a stone and a half maybe on in weight, and I just wanted to have a bit of it's time to change, just to say lose some weight, which I do. My weight varies up and down. If you can actually see through the videos, sometimes I'm a stone and a half heavier. Well, around about top weight about 16 and a half, 14 and a half, sort of my best weight, lightest. I don't like going lower than that, and so my weight does go up and down, and I try and keep regularly fit. You know what I mean? I try and keep fit, sit-ups and stuff like that. So I'm active to get out and do hikes and walks and stuff like that, and light weights. But obviously through lockdown and a change of work, none of that all that stopped. And but yeah, so last year I thought, it's about time to do something about it again, and that's it really. So I stopped drinking alcohol. But the funny thing about it is that I don't think I will have a shandy or something. I don't mind a shandy, but I don't actually enjoy it now like I used to. And even over Christmas I've had like a beer. Had a few mouthfuls of it and didn't fancy it. I used to like red wine, but even that, I'd have a glass and that's it really. I just get older really. When you get older, I think to yourself, you've got to look after yourself more. When you're in your 20s and 30s, even 40s even, you can get away with a lot in life, and recover pretty quickly. But as soon as you sort of get to 45, then 50 or 50, your body changes, and like the recovery process ain't as fast. And so you've got to make yourself stronger. And I've always been pretty healthy in my eating. I'm always really healthy in my eating. I always drink loads of water. From about 20s, I started drinking a lot of water, and I always drink water throughout the day. And then so I just stopped it. And I don't think I'll have the odd shandy or something, which is nice. But never say never. But at the moment, I just have a beer. I don't really enjoy it. So I'm happy with that. Of course, when I'm out with the guys, everyone's having a beer. Everyone was going, "Do you want to have a beer, Dave? Have a beer, Dave." And I just keep saying no. They've fully got used to it now, but the thing is, I don't miss out anymore by not drinking. I actually think I'll get more out of it. I think we're done now. I'm just going to give it a tap. Yeah, I see what it tastes like. I might have done it a bit too strong, but I do find when you do that process of letting it burn a bit, actually you can get away with it being a bit stronger. It is strong, but it's nice. Definitely smooth. You can reheat coffee up. You know, you don't have to, chuck it away. You can actually reheat, and it still tastes nice. A bit. Yeah, so that's it. So what is it, the 28th today? I think it is. Not sure. 28th, 29th. It's Thursday. And Christmas is done with. I enjoy Christmas, but it's very busy work-wise. Trying to get people's orders out as quick as possible, and obviously all the preparation for Christmas. But we sort of had a pretty quiet Christmas. We stay at home for 2 days. We don't really go out. We don't go visiting family or friends. Not being unsociable or nothing, but they're doing their stuff and we're doing our stuff. And it's one time a year we can just sort of, it's just that you're at home and you're not going to get any knock on the doors with deliveries or whatever is going on in life. So it's 2 days just so you've got guilt-free of just sitting around and doing and not a lot, but end up doing a lot because you're prepping dinner and stuff like that. But no, it's really good. And then I was back to work yesterday, and I've got to go back and do a bit of work today. And we've got New Year's, but then I'm going to try and have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Do some stuff with the family and that. It's quite rare for me to go out within the Christmas period. I do go out a lot, and so. Nothing wrong with just spending time with the family. So yeah, I don't normally go out. But hopefully we have some camps in the new year. I might try to want to go to, because they've moved the Bushmoot to a closer location to where I live. It's like a couple of hours drive away. And it's in February, so I'm thinking of trying to go there. I know it's a week long, might not be able to do a week, but might try and do a few days up there because I've never done that meet before. So I'm going to maybe attempt to do that. And then we've got the normal Bushcraft show and gathering and stuff like that, and hopefully some trips I might be going on. So yeah, let's see what happens in 2023. The YouTube channel, if anyone knows me, knows that it's not I want to be a YouTuber or anything like that. I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy sort of sharing some of my adventures or day outs. So it's not, it's not even Instagram, even though it's done really well Instagram. That's only because it was easier to post on a more regular basis. Where filming and that, it's really I do it every now and again, but not a lot. But the trouble I find with YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's what everyone's doing. Almost all videos are the same, so I don't want to keep posting out the same video and me coming out in the woods doing the same thing. And there's a lot of people doing it. There's lots and lots of people doing it. When I started in 2010, there was hardly any videos out there, and it was always like, couldn't wait till someone who was following come out with a new video. It was really, really fun. But now it's just like endless. There's tons and tons of videos, and they're all the same, and they all sort of follow a trend. And nothing against them. Some of the filming and the editing superb on it. And sometimes you want a bit of rawness. You just want a bit of you don't want to watch a movie. You want to sit there and just see some stuff going wrong, just some shaky camera work and stuff like that. Not everything perfect. So, no, nothing against all the guys, and really good at doing it. And I try and do some really nice, smooth videos as well, but I don't do it all the time because I just think it would get too boring for everyone. And I might only do a video once or twice a month. So, there we go. But I'm going to smoke a pipe, drink the coffee, and get a bit breezy, I think. So I'll speak to you later. Another thing I was going to quickly talk about is I don't seem to be doing as much, especially last year, sort of backpacking, hiking in camps. I only done a couple, 2 or 3 last year. I seem to be doing more car stuff. I think the reason being is because I like using the car and I like using the kit in the car, and it's very comfortable. And when you got to get up and go back to work the next day, and it's not, not an excuse, but having a good sleep in a swag is great, because you feel good for a Monday morning. Where sometimes, and I'm not a good sleeper, never have been. Even at home, I don't sleep that long, 6 hours, 7 hours at a push. I'd love to sleep longer, and I'm quite a light sleeper. But yeah, but I don't know, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was thinking, well, I haven't done as much of that sort of stuff, and I don't know if I will or won't do more. I should do, but the trouble is when you've got the access to woodlands where you can drive in, you know what I mean, it's really hard, where it's like, do I take a rucksack full of stuff, or do I take my car and just camp off my car, which is like really comfortable and nice. And admittedly, I'm no overland or anything like that, but for the last sort of 3 years, let's say, it's sort of a new thing I've really enjoyed doing with the car. I've always used a swag, and I've used a swag for like 9-10 years. But with the car setup, I always like that Australian type of awning and swag setup, and I love it. And I seem to be doing a lot of that, and it's hard to pull myself away from it with the car setup. And you know what? It's simple. I can pack up and set up and pack up so quick. It's like quicker than having a rucksack full of gear. So there's like swings and roundabouts with it, but I still like coming out in the woods and doing a bivvy camp with a bivvy bag and that. I just maybe need to do it a bit more next year. Just keep your hand in rucksack walking stuff. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. I was thinking about it the other day. Yeah, so a couple of good things and bad things, especially when you're out camping. You're doing sort of Cowboy Coffee in a kettle. It uses a lot of water when cleaning out, and there's still coffee grains in there. But if you're going to only have one brew, and I've got other ways to heat water up, or if you're going to do another coffee, that's totally fine. But what I've done is just poured the rest of the coffee in here, my Crusader cup, and I'm just going to heat it up on there. So yeah, it tastes really nice. I think it's actually the best tasting way of having coffee in my mind anyway. But there's so many different methods, and I do sort of use them all. And I'm not, it's funny because, I love coffee, but I don't drink like 5 cups a day. I'll have maybe 2 cups in a day, and then I'll drink tea. So yeah, but I do like a nice cup of coffee. But yeah, this is the best way of heating it up. And as we're sitting here chatting, which I don't normally do to the camera a great deal, to be honest, I thought we'd talk about bushcraft as well. Just my opinions on bushcraft, because to me, it's a category that it's got a lot of opinions in it. People with a lot of opinions on bushcraft, and I don't like it. I don't like the word bushcraft. I don't want to be known as a bushcrafter. And it's nothing against people who want to be called bushcrafters or anything like that. But I don't rate myself to be a bushcrafter. I'm just a person who loves the outdoors. And people like to put onto them their skills and how much they know about bushcraft. I come across people like that. And it's like they're trying to prove to me and themselves that this is my knowledge. And it makes me laugh because, you can do that as much as you want, but it don't bother me. I can tell you exactly what I know and what I don't know. I'm not a person who just reads books on bushcraft or anything like that. I've got books on it. I use it as references for when I want to do some bushcrafting stuff. So like things I like to do in the woods, like carving. Doing love firelighting, bow drill, stuff like that. I'm not a forager. I don't do foraging. To me, it's something that, I could be wrong. People have their own opinions. People can forage and they're really, really good at it. I'm not that good at it, and I don't try to be. It's like tree identification. I generally know the trees that are in my woodland, but I don't know every single species and what it is and the bark and the leaves or anything like that. I just know my way I look at it as trees. If I'm going to do a bow drill, even if I don't know what the tree is, I just go on the wood type, the moisture contents, in my experience of doing a bow drill, let's just say. And it may be good, it may not be good, but I just go on what I know, what I've used in the past, and it works. But I do that because when I'm in the woods, it's something to do. Unless you just sit here and just drink coffee and smoke a pipe all day, which I won't. I'll do this for about an hour or so, then I'll go. Otherwise, I'll start getting, I'll have a little bit of relax and then I'll go. Otherwise, I've got to do something. But yeah, I think that category of being a bushcrafter, I don't know. It's like a right and wrong, isn't it? You do something one way and people have a moan at you because you're doing it wrong. Well, there ain't no right or wrong way, is there? It's whatever way it works best for you. And it could be experienced and you might not be experienced, but if it works, what is it for me to say that you're doing it wrong? That's the way I look at things. That's why I never ever sort of moan or have a go at people what they have in their rucksack, which is what people do a lot of. But why? What's it got to do with me? What you put in your rucksack's up to you, and if it works, that's fine, And it may not be what I have, and I might not have what you have, but it doesn't make no difference. It's like telling someone what clothes to put on in the morning. I always put it to like someone going inside your house and telling you you've got all the wrong furniture and the wrong stuff in there. It's got nothing to do with you, mate. It's my house. I do what I want with it. So all I'm putting out there is that I don't rate myself as a bushcrafter. I'm an outdoors person. I love the outdoors, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If it's fishing, canoeing, car camping, whatever, I'm happy doing it as long as I'm out, and that's the way I look at it. But that was just my thoughts. I just thought I'd let everyone know. Everyone has their own opinions, but that's the way I look at it. I think I'm doing a lot of talking to the camera because I'm not actually doing much else. Alright, I think this is warmed up now, so I'm going to have a brew. What a lovely day. There's so much deadfall, it's unbelievable. From the last time I come down, there's tons of it. This is one woodland that you wouldn't want to be here, it's windy. I have this sort of fear, and I don't mind telling people, and it's one of the dangerous things, wind. It can be raining, snow, but wind I don't like. It's just that, I've had a couple of trees fall down near me. I've had some branches come close, and so I know what it's like, and it's not nice. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be in here when it's windy. If it is, I'd want a clear spot somewhere where there's nothing big that's going to fall down, because this woodland's been unkept for years, so it needs, it needs proper maintenance. And you're never going to do it because it's 40 acres, you know what I mean? But you can come down. Even like there's a tree there, just that weren't there before, and that's come down because I've only come into one little spot, and there's a whole bit of good woodland over there. You've seen a video where I camped over on the other side, but on a windy day you wouldn't want to be here. But what I think I'm going to do, I'll come out more often, because it's literally like 5 minutes from my house, and do a little scout around, do some scouting around on the woodlands with a rucksack, and maybe do some filming of that. There's a nice little spot over there. The car's only over there. Nice little greenery area. I'm going to camp over there for the day next time. My camp's just over there. Right, I'm going to pack up now. It's been great getting out for a couple of hours. It's been quite a long stint for me not going out through December, but it was good to get out, and hopefully I'll get out a lot more in January. Come out for a couple of hours and walk around the woods, and so everyone have a good New Year, and I'll see you on the other side. So I'll speak to you soon. Ta-da.